So what's up, everybody? This is Chris, otherwise known as Music City Driver, and I know that I have not been on very much recently, but the first reason is I have not been driving as much. Second reason is actually I'm just now getting over like this really bad gastrointestinal bug that was horrible. It was pretty bad. I actually missed my day job today, yesterday, and Monday because of it. I just could not get feeling better. I drove over the weekend. I drove Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night. And then Sunday, after I got up, was when this started to hit me, and it really hit me on Monday morning. And then went all the way through, like I said, till today. Still a little bit but not as bad as it was. So anyway, I wanted to record this real quick. There's all kinds of crap going on in the rideshare world. And one of the things that's going on that I saw recently, and I'll get into how much I made over the weekend. I really made a really good amount of money over the weekend. I had a couple of ridiculous trips actually. So I'll go over that. Not ridiculous like bad, but ridiculous as in like expensive high dollar trips. So anyway, there was a news article that recently came out where people were talking about being charged for fake vomit. And that so this is a group that I'm on. It's a closed group, so you guys can't get in it unless somebody actually lets you into the group. Where did that go? Anyway, so here it is. Uber passengers reporting vomit fraud. Now, I know that this has happened before. I'm sure it has, because there's always a bad group of people who want to ruin things for everybody else, so they want to be douchebags and charge people for vomit that didn't happen. So, I don't know if they're taking pictures, fake pictures, if they're, I don't know, mixing up stuff and splatting on their car and saying somebody did it or what, but the Miami Herald is who reported it apparently first, saying that Uber customers were saying they were charged up as much to $150, even though they never threw up, stuff like that. So, but what they fail to mention is this rash of drivers being deactivated for being under the suspicion of driving under the influence or being involved in an accident. All these professionalism flags for people, for drivers when they don't laugh at passengers' jokes, even if those jokes happen to be extremely explicit or racist or sexist or whatever. There's a couple of people, or actually there's one lady in my group that has been subjected to basically humiliation and, in my opinion, sexual harassment by passengers. And of course, Uber or Lyft doesn't do anything to those passengers. Even if they did, I'm sure they could just make another account and not worry about it. So, but however, these asshole passengers, douchebag passengers who make up false claims to get free rides, they actually mess with people's livelihoods. They're actually getting people deactivated and kicked off the platform for something that they didn't do anything about. I mean, they didn't do anything. People were not under the influence. People were not having a wreck. All kinds of crazy things. And the thing is, I mean, Uber has said before to drivers that they have to do it by a minimum of 24 hours according to state law. But I need to look that up because I'm not so sure that that's accurate. But anyway, so getting on, that's just some of my venting, because it's this atmosphere is just getting really crappy. This freaking guy pulling in the parking lot almost nailed me in the front end. Anyway, the atmosphere is getting crappy because people are trying to get free rides. They're getting, I don't know. My ratings on Lyft have gone consistently down for the last few weeks, and honestly, I've gotten to the point where I do not want to drive for Lyft anymore. And the main reason why is because of these stupid heat maps. These heat maps are ridiculous, and now apparently they're offering heat maps. Here's another thing that's on my Facebook page that I just saw. Not my Facebook page, but you know what I mean, of a group I'm on, where they're now offering as if the airport wasn't bad enough, now they're offering $10 bonuses to go into the airport queue. As you can see right there, they're offering a $10 bonus, and there's 71 fucking Lyft drivers already in the queue. 71. On Uber's side, it doesn't really show that many most of the time. Most of the time, I've seen 15, 20 in there. For some reason, Lyft drivers are just like living at the airport now. I don't know what the deal is. And now they're giving $10 bonuses for these heat maps, I guess. It's an airport heat map, I guess, for drivers to go there. And it's pathetic and it's ridiculous. Anyway, so I'm going to get to the I guess this is Wednesday, actually. Winning Wednesday, I don't know. So I had some really good rides this last week, especially on Uber. Lyft can pretty much kiss my ass as far as I'm concerned with the way that they're doing these stupid heat maps during surges. I mean, it got up to, at this weekend of Saturday night was insane in Nashville. It got up to almost 3 times surge on Uber. Meanwhile, if you turn on your Lyft app and you're getting like $3 and some change to start with on your heat maps, it's just not worth it. So I just turn it off. And yeah, I've accidentally accepted some recently and canceled. And you know what? At this point, I'm not really sure I care if Lyft kicks me off the platform, because they're pathetic right now. So anyway, so last week I did really well, 731.05, and I only worked 30 hours, and that's just on Uber. I think on Lyft maybe I did 100. I'll show you in just a second there. So I had a $30 quest, as you can see there, the $30 promotions. I had $55.47 on tips. I'm pretty sure I got about $12 in cash tips total over the week. As you can see, I worked Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then I worked early into the morning on Sunday. I was probably get home till almost 9 a.m. on Sunday morning. But Saturday, look at this, $373.65. One of the main reasons for that is I had a really long ride that was surged, and it was 5 people. It was an X, and it was 5 people. So I upgraded that to an XL because they knew exactly what they were doing. All these passengers who claim they don't know what they're doing, what they're doing is they're ordering an X, and if a small X vehicle gets there, they're cramming 5 people in, because people that are X and regular Lyft drivers don't want to turn down a ride, so they want to shove 5 people in there, regardless if it's against the law, and regardless if they get paid anymore, which they do not. So, for all you X and regular Lyft drivers out there who stuff 5 people in your car, I got one of them that you did that to before, apparently. Because they were talking about, X, blah, blah, blah. And then they were like, is it okay if we put 5 people in? I was like, hey, I got a 3rd row. So they took advantage of the 3rd row. And since there were 5 of them, I took very, very accurate note in my head of who sat where, what the makeup of the party was, where I picked them up, where I dropped them off, etc., etc. Because I write a very detailed narrative into Lyft, or to Uber rather, when I do this. So as you can see, it was a 53-mile ride. It took a little bit over an hour. It was to Clarksville, Tennessee, from downtown Nashville, and it was a 2.2 surge. And this was it was requested at 3:12 a.m. That shows you how much it was surging Saturday night. Usually by the time 3 a.m. hits, the surge has pretty much died off. But at this point, it was still going, a 2.2 surge. So this ride ended up netting me $206.55 for an hour. That's not too damn bad at all. If it had been just a regular Uber ride, regular X ride, it would have been about $92 less than that. So you can see the big difference there. But I use a lot more gas, more maintenance, etc. So that was a killer night for that. Now on Thursday, I had my longest ever Uber ride. I went to the airport. The only reason I went to the airport was because I had a ride that dropped off that way, and it was like around rush hour. So I was like, I'm not going to fight my way back downtown to get a ride in this traffic. So I'm just going to stop by the airport lot for a few minutes, take advantage of the time, wipe down my dash, do a little extra cleaning, and lo and behold, I got a request that popped up on my screen. It normally says 45 minutes plus on Uber. It said 60 minutes plus this time. And I was thinking, maybe it's probably just like a trip to Franklin or trip to somewhere, but during rush hour, it's going to be a lot of traffic, so they're counting that. So as you can see, the request time was 5:22 p.m., which is dead in the middle of rush hour. And this guy, he comes out and he says, "I hope you're ready for a long ride." And I was like, "Yeah, okay, whatever." And it pops up, and it's going to Campbellsville, Kentucky. Campbellsville, Kentucky, which was 156.24 miles away. It took me 2 hours and 37 minutes. Now, unfortunately, I mean, the guy did give me a $20 tip. I forgot about that, actually. So that's $20 plus another $11. I got about $30-something in cash tips this week. So he was not kidding. And the bad part was I didn't get a ride all the way back because, number one, Uber does not work in Kentucky. After you drop off your ride, it does not work in Kentucky if you're registered in Tennessee. Unlike Kentucky drivers who can register in Kentucky and drive in both Kentucky and Tennessee, Tennessee drivers can only drive in Tennessee. And as you can see, it was $130.95 plus $20 cash was $150. And that was my Thursday night, and that was the one that ended my night because once I dropped him off, I went briefly into the Eastern time zone on this one because it was so far. As you can see, I went up 65 and then went east. So Campbellsville, Kentucky is apparently in the middle of nowhere. But the guy was really nice. His son was supposed to come pick him up, but his son ended up being sick and could not come pick him up. So I ended up taking him there. So that was my night for that night, was $172.07 for 3 rides. I had 2 Uber XL rides and then that Uber X that was super long. Friday night was not nearly as lucrative. Friday night I made $83.74 on Uber. Got a nice $10 tip here. There was a 1.5 surge on this. This was an Uber XL. Nice little surge there. That went out to like Antioch, I believe. I had some surged Uber XLs in there, but as you can see, I only worked 7 hours, did 7 trips, made $83.74. And then, as you saw, my Saturday was my monster day, bleeding over into Sunday morning. So I ended up $731.05 on Uber for the week. Plus the $20 in cash and the $11 in cash is about $30-something in cash. So that's about $760-something for Uber. For Lyft was not nearly as impressive, as you will soon find out. Oops, clicked the wrong Lyft app. Not Lyft, regular Lyft. Lyft driver is what I want. So the Lyft driver app, I'll show you. It was not nearly as impressive, and I honestly didn't take as many Lyft rides. The only time I take a Lyft ride now is when it is either a Lyft XL or a regular Lyft with a heat map bonus. And those are few and far between, and they are usually pathetic. So I'm going to go ahead and do this real quick here. Pull up my dashboard. This won't take long at all for this. Like I said, working 4 days, and I really didn't work a full day on Thursday. I don't think I had a single Lyft ride on Thursday, as a matter of fact, if this thing would ever pull up, that is. I just pulled up to my house. Sorry, I'm near my house today. Okay, it's finally pulling up here to Lyft driver dashboard. God, this is taking forever. Sorry, I didn't take this long, guys. Here we go. Good Lord. My rating has consistently gone down. On Uber, it's still at a 4.98. I still have over 2,700 rides or something like that, and I have a 4.98. On Lyft, I've only got like maybe 1,600, and I have a 4.94. Of course, I know that Lyft resets every 100. It's every 100 rides as an average, but I don't know why I'm getting lower ratings, and it's not just me. Every other driver that I've talked to, see, I have a 4.94 now, 1,500, almost 1,600 rides. So, last week, as I said, was pretty pathetic for Lyft. I did 12 rides all week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. and I didn't do that many, honestly. So we're looking at 165.30 on Lyft, 12 rides. On Saturday, Friday, see, I didn't get any Thursday. Friday, I had $85.67, and Saturday, I had $80.13. And that's it. So, guys, looks like my son's at the window. I'm on the video. So it's 165.30. So if we do 165.30, we'll do a quick calculation. 165.30 plus 20 plus 11. I may have shorted some cash tips in there. And then for Uber, had a total of 700 and something. Is that what I said? $731.05. So $927.35. That's not too terribly bad at all. So anyway, guys, that'll do it for today. I'm out of here. I hope you guys have a great day, and if you're out driving, be safe.